Well, hey boys, I figured I'd answer the question some of y'all asking. Paul, why'd you lift that truck? If you work it, it's a highway truck. Why in the world did you lift it? By the way, I pulled over for a little break. So I figured while I'm enjoying a little bit of time on my feet, because I've been sitting for a few hours, I'd do this video. So back to the point. Why lift that truck? 2.5 inches up front, 2 inches in the back. There's no logical explanation to that, guys. It's completely personal preference, A. And B, because it's my truck and that's the way I like it. Now, that's great, Paul, but you just kill the functionality of it. You know, guys, keep in mind, guys, this is my family hauler, this is my toy truck, and this is my workhorse, okay? I have to combine it all in one. Sometimes I work the piss out of it. Well, let me be more particular, specifics. Sometimes this truck doesn't see a gooseneck for months, and other times it just stays hooked to a gooseneck for a few days. So that's just the nature of the beast. But to answer the biggest question, up front, I don't change anything. Keep in mind, that's factory air suspension. That's what I'm saying. The front, I don't change anything. It's the back that I change. So with that in mind, I do have an issue with sway, guys. I told you I'd give you a review after some miles. I gave you a little bit of a product review, you know, what I did back here and up there. But now as far as the setup and how is it functional, I agree with you guys. Keep your stuff stock and it's going to function the best. But, you know, we boys getting a little antsy and we want our trucks and boys got to play with the toys, okay? Keep it simple, okay? Now, playing with your toys and giving it a little lift, it does mess with your just overall package. That the way the factory had it set up from the factory, now you're messing with it. And what I came across is sway, guys. Man, I was gonna do a short video. I feel like this one's gonna go long. So first thing that came to mind is these tires, okay? I ran 295 60 20s, and for all you boys saying I went crazy on my truck, no, I had 295 60 20s on these wheels. Now I have 295 65 20. What did I change? I gave it more profile. I wanted to be a true 35 as far as the tire goes, because I have 373s, and this is more of a lot of a play truck. I didn't need that hauler end. I know you guys are gonna fall off your chairs and say, hey, no 410s, no 444s. What are you complaining about? This is my optimal setup. I wanted 35s and 373s in the back. It's perfect for me. Now, if you work your truck all the time, there's no need for 35s. But like I do, I haul my rear end around quite often. So, anyways, this is the setup I want. I didn't realize that this 295 65 is more narrow. Like your contact patch. Yes, guys, I said it's more narrow. Okay, your contact patch is more narrow. The size goes from here. I think they calculated from here. So once I should have taken a picture, but once I rolled up this tire to my old tire, yeah, once it wears out, it's gonna flare out a bit, but not nearly as much as it's never gonna be as the width is never gonna be the same as the other 295. So my old 295 contact patch was quite a bit more. I mean, I'd say close to ½ an inch per side. So when I got this setup completely set up or done and I was hauling with it, I had a little bit of sway. And I couldn't quite blame the suspension, because first thing that came to mind was the width. But then I realized, well, why wouldn't I try this? I'll alter. There's a button. Well, I'm gonna keep it short. You see how that levers like that? There's a button in here that lowers or levels your trailer. So by hitting this button, it lowers your truck. So I'm gonna hit it again. You see how it has alter a trailer height? I'm gonna hit it, and it's gonna go to whatever you see right there. Normal ride height, a cheat, right? Remember how that arm was? Look at it now. It is straight. Okay? Remember, this is straight. Now, I'm gonna go back to normal. See what it's doing? It's lowering. I'm explaining to you why I had the sway that I had and I didn't like it. See, now it's, you know, so it drops what, 3/4 of an inch roughly. This was straight, now it's level, right? With a little bit of load, it varies a little bit different. We're at an incline. Generally, the difference is a little bit more than it's showing right now, but we're on even surface. So the bottom line is, my 2-inch spacers in the back is what caused the sway. Even though I was really thinking it's my contact patch being quite a bit significantly less. I really like the 295s with contact patch I had with my old setup, and I'm repeating myself. I had 295 60s 20s, and now I have 295 65 20s. Don't know why Toyo did this. I don't know if other manufacturers did it. I was pretty disappointed to lose, you know, quite a bit of contact patch. So yes, that's DF. I was filling up DF and somehow it was dripping while I was putting it in the trunk bed of my truck. So man, I wish we got away with that junk. Anyways, went away with it. Now, so what do? I hook up a gooseneck, I lower the truck, and that's what you get. So now the truck sits level. Well, let me give you a further view. So to save the day of Paul's setup, because Paul said, either he's gonna throw new tires on there, he's gonna lower this truck, he's gonna make it right. So the conclusion is, I lower the back end of the truck and I'm hauling perfectly fine. Guys, it's not unmanageable in the, you know, the normal. It's just, I feel a little sway. I like to be concrete and I like to be set. And for me to set up a truck looking cool but unfunctional is pretty dumb. So the biggest concern out of my whole setup was the sway. I got that taken care of. So if you have factory, you know, factory airbags, you could do what I did. But definitely 2 inches as high as I'd ever go if you're towing regularly. Optimal would be 1-inch spacer on the leaf springs, and obviously your aftermarket airbags, because if you tow, I highly advise everyone to get airbags. But that's that. As far as tires, I am not getting rid of these tires. These tires do just fine. Yes, I'd like to have my little bit wider contact patch, but what these provide for me, a smoother, softer ride, just straight up tires alone. I like this size. And I like the weight rating of this size, so look into it, you'll be amazed. So all in all, as far as practicality goes, that was the only question I had for myself. Why the heck did you do this, Paul? And I got that figured out. I am super happy with this setup. All in all, I'll repeat myself, 2.5 inch lift up front, 2-inch spacers in the rear. And I do have the power running boards. Someone said it's a pain to get in that truck. Guys, I don't know if you're too tall or too short, but for a guy my size, it's perfectly fine. I love it. I couldn't be happier, okay? As far as, you know, hooking up a gooseneck compared to other trucks, I mean, the truck is noticeably higher, but keep in mind, I have the button that lowers it, and it's just, for me, what I was after, I got it 100% as far as height. Even if I go with the crazy $3,000 suspension, most likely 90% I'm keeping the rear the same. It's the front that's going to get new coils, and then all 4 shocks are going to be different. Boys, well, for you curious guys, this is what I'm hauling today. A 30-footer. This is the small little trailer. It was supposed to be built for a heavy haul, that's why I left it. I don't like 30-footers usually when I do stuff, but I left it for heavy haulers. And what I mean by that, equipment. Those ramps are good for equipment. They slide. It works perfect for equipment. That's probably... anyway, so that's the trailer, the oldest trailer I have. It got parked over the winter and no one decided to give it a wash. It's more rusty than the rest of them. But any gooseneck owners know these things get rusted real quick. Shoot! I got me a little guy. 2 guys. That sucks. Anyways, boys, yes, nothing's gonna happen. I'm gonna take this thing through the wash. It is crystallized. I don't know, for you curious guys to see my toolbox, if you haven't. There you go. This is my filler neck. Yes, that's a quart from oil, but I put my Schaefer's cleaner in there, my bends and whatnot. All right, let's hit the road now. Yeah, so to conclude my whole series, or whatever you want to call it, of lift, hey guys, for the curious ones, I always have hand sanitizer, just so you know. And then I got shop towels right here. Voila, look at that. How do I keep my quote-unquote fancy interior clean? Well, that's simple. Well, I usually have 2 hands to use, not just one. But get me a shop towel, some hand sanitizer. I touched that toolbox, so my hands are like stinky. I must have touched it with my gloves when I had diesel on there. Anyways, takes care of the trick. For all you curious boys, there's a little holder here for the computers and stuff. It works just fine. I just roll it in, it stays put. You know, the bigger the roll, I don't think it'll fit brand new ones, but for the most part, yeah, it works perfect for me. You'll figure it out. If you need it, you will figure it out. Alrighty, guys. That's my conclusion for my setup. As I said, I couldn't be happier. I did go the cheaper route. That's more, most of the boys are going to be not concerned, more interested in. And then, you know, the $3,000-$4,000 setups. Anyways, guys, that's it. As always, may the Lord bless you. May y'all have a mighty fine day. And I guess we got a 20,000 mile review coming up. Yes, that's my average. I've been hauling tail, but that's my average. I am not happy with the gas mileage in this. It is better. It's gotten better since brand new, but it's not as good as the 4 gens. We are going to work on that. I don't know. Specifically, I can't get into details how we're going to accomplish better gas mileage, but once I figure it out, I'll keep you boys posted, all right? Let's buckle up. All right, guys, as always, may the Lord bless you. May y'all have a mighty fine day. Ciao. Bye.